The Buddhists, you understand, they degrade just like everybody else, Every religion degrades. Every religion degrades into stupidity. Seriously, into stupidity. If a kindergartner came up with a story about, say, the Catholic Church, or the Buddhist church, or the Muslim church, and what they do and how they do it and all they believe, you would say, that's silly. That's quite a fantasy you got there. I especially like the hats. And what was that? They carry what was that? A cross. They carry a cross around with a dead guy hanging on it. What? Oh, that's weird. That's just fucking weird. Come on. That's too far out. No human would do that. The common sense would say that's silly, right? Rituals. What are the rituals? Oh, they bow their head down and they got to point toward fucking what? A Mecca? And they keep banging their head on there, and how many times they got to do that? And what's that do for them? Right. Yeah. And what's this Hanukkah thing? What's that little hat? What's that? Is that to keep the Enlightenment in? They're Jewish, right? Keep the Enlightenment in, right? You hold it. I'm going to get like, whoa, no, stay here. What is that? What are these things? I mean, it degrades to silliness. You go to any Buddhist temple, even Zen, but primarily Buddhist. There's a two. Zen is different than just Buddhism. But you go to a Buddhist temple, what do you see? Ever been to a Buddhist temple? No? I have. They got shrines. They got. What do you do? What is a shrine for? What do people do at a shrine? Come on, I bet you can guess. What do people do at shrines? Huh? Yeah?
They pray.
Okay. What for?
Oh, for good health or something, or prosperity.
Yeah. The same thing in the temples. And they got these different little deities, just like the Catholics. They got this kind of bodhisattva over here, that kind of bodhisattva over there. If you want this, you go over here. If you want that, you go over there. It's about want. So you catch that? See, if you buy these incenses, you burn the incense, you stick it in there, and you get your wish granted maybe. You understand? You can buy little things, you got a note on it with something you want to have happen, and they'll tie it on the wall for you for money. Or you throw some money in somewhere, make a wish. It's all that kind of crap. Same thing. Sticks, you got these sticks. You pay more for the sticks. See? Now I understand, right? They got to make a living, but they make a living by conning people. Make a living by conning people, right? And what's the con? Pretty much every religion. You'll get something. You give money, and you'll get something. Well, not yet. Maybe in the next life or in heaven, you'll get it. See? Yeah? Or are you going to go straight to hell? Watch it. More money. Come on. Oh, you want to get married? You'll go to hell. If you're a Catholic, if you don't get married in the Catholic Church, come on, more money. Or I won't marry you. See, they got them by the short and curlies. Yeah. I like this one, though. See, that was brilliant. I mean, seriously, if you want a structure that works, take a look at the model of the Catholic Church. They were smart from the beginning. I mean, centuries and centuries ago. See? What'd they do? They created structure, hierarchy, right? The vicar, pope, bishops, priests, etc. Yeah? And you got to give money, and we control marriage, so sex, because you can't have sex outside of marriage, otherwise you go to hell. Yeah. You don't think that got some people's attention and money? We control your afterlife, going to heaven or hell. See? We control absolving you of your sins. So you might not go to hell. You got to confess them. That's confessional. See? And then we also act as a kind of psychotherapist, right? See? And so you get to sit in the confessional and do that, right? See? And we give you some kind of little punishment, some Hail Marys or whatever, so you can feel like you absolved yourself. So you don't really have to change. The mafia liked that one a lot. Right? Oh, Father, forgive me for I have sinned. I killed 5 guys today, cut their balls off, stuck it in their mouth, and displayed their heads on the spikes, for my enemies to put the fear of God into them. Excuse me, I don't mean to blaspheme. And then I ran some drugs, I broke a few guys' legs because they didn't pay up on time. Okay, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Okay, say a fuckload of Hail Marys, and you're absolved. Thank you. I'll come back with my next batch. Anyway, shit like that, right? See, and so now they control the culture. They started moving into controlling the kings and queens, because once they're enrolled, they're Christian, right? See, if they can get them to be Catholic, then they have control over them. They did. They had a lot of control over a lot of kings and queens, so they started to control whole countries. England, that's what the big hubbub in England was when Henry VIII wanted to have more than one wife, and the religion wasn't letting them, so he had them killed. They didn't like that either. Pain in the butt. So he trashed them, formed the Church of England. Yeah. See? Just to get free, because they had tons of control. They had fucking armies of people. And then the monks. The monks were not originally monks, Christian monks. They lived in caves. They were Christian. They were trying to follow Jesus' teaching, meditating, contemplating, whatever, trying to grasp God more directly, or some such, through whatever methods they invented. See? But then what happened was the Catholic Church started to notice the people were trusting the monks more and more, and not the priests. Why? Well, what do you think? The monks had no vested interest. They had nothing to do. There was no reason to lie to them. No reason. Maybe they had a belief system or something, see, but they'd preach them about Christianity, and since they were living in caves. So you know what the Catholic Church did? Smart. They pulled the monks into the church. See? Originally they weren't in the church. See? They convinced them to come. They gave them buildings and stuff, see? So they became part of the church. And then they controlled them again. And say they became part of the church. So now you have the monk wing of the Catholic Church. See? So now, you want to see the monks? Give us money. We control this. No, they're very smart. I mean, how about that, you can't waste seeds or eggs and shit like that? Yeah. See, so what? One of the reasons why the Christian church or the Catholic Church is one of the biggest in the world is mostly because of the South America and Central America. Because they all Catholics, because the Spanish conquered them and stuff like that. And, they're Catholic. And it was during the times of the Inquisitions and shit, right? So it was very severe. See? So they are like Catholic. And so they have lots of babies. So you have lots of babies. Hey, that's good for the church. More converts. Grow up Catholic, etc. But it's all kinds of weird stuff, really. Just weird stuff. I mean, if you step back from it and you just thought about human stuff, or even just God without any kind of tarnish, and then you looked at this and you go, why? Why that? See, even Zen. You ever been to a Zen monastery? They fall in the same trap. See? Not as much, because they have a few safeguards, burn the Buddhas. See? It's in their literature. But, you got these guys in San Francisco wearing robes and shit. All the symbols and stuff. Why? Why are they wearing robes? It's not that hot out. Or that cold out. It's, all these symbols. Well, all right. You know, like all these, you know, people go into an Indian belief system, the whole Indian thing, the Hindu thing or whatever, or these Indian belief, they got to change their name. Yeah? Now they're called, you know, Yogeshwar Muni, Ananda Mukimuk. All right. Skanda, right? That Skanda was Lawrence. Yeah? All right. Why? It's more spiritual. It's my spiritual. Why? Wah, wah, wah. Is that a more spiritual sound? Wah, 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 wah. How about that one? Is that better? Huh? Wah, 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 wah. Is that a spiritual sound? Oh, but it's Sanskrit. Sanskrit is closer to the truth and enlightenment. Is it really Sanskrit? No, it's a bunch of scribbles. It's a made-up language. Are you an idiot? Yes, I am. Yes, I believe it. Do you know how much stuff people believe? Come on, I'll bet you have a belief. Yeah? I bet you have a belief. I bet you have several beliefs. I bet you have some beliefs you don't even know that are beliefs.